guys, welcome back. So before I get into talking about today's Meaningful Mani awareness video, just want to let you know if you are interested in any of the products I'm using, I will leave them all listed down below in the description box for you so you can check them out there. So I did want to apologize for this video being so late. I could have uploaded another video, but I really wanted this one to be the next one to come up on my channel. I don't take these videos lightly, and I did get busy with, you know, graduation stuff for Gabe, and I just had a lot of crap going on. But I don't take these videos lightly. I put a lot, like hours, days, weeks into my research for these. I know to you guys it looks like it's 20-25 minutes worth of information. That's just the information I've narrowed it down to. I have books full of research that I've done, and then I find information off of Google, of course, but then I cross-reference and I watch videos on YouTube and news articles and documentaries if there are any, because I take this series so serious. Like, this is meaningful to me. So you guys hear the 20-25 minutes worth of information that I think is the most important or interesting that I want to say. So without further ado, let's get into today's Meaningful Mani. All right, so June is Alzheimer's Awareness Month. The color for the awareness is like an eggplant purple shade, and the symbol is a butterfly. Not all awarenesses have symbols. Some of them do, so I am going to incorporate that one in today's Mani. I will say this one, I got sucked into this one research-wise, and I've spent the most time on this one than any of my other awareness videos. It was just the more research I did and videos I watched, I learned that some things I was told when I was younger were not 100% accurate when it comes to Alzheimer's, but we will get into that in a bit. And Chloe just sniffed my ear if you were wondering what that weird loud noise was just then. I'm going to leave a link for alz.org in the description box if anyone would like to donate and help fund future research for Alzheimer's. So how people with Alzheimer's are diagnosed is they review your medical history, your mental status, they do tests for that, physical and neurological exams, and some brain imaging in most cases. What I found kind of interesting was that your brain can show changes 20 years or more before you even start having symptoms or before you're even diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Now, here's what I found to be interesting, because growing up, I was kind of always told that you kind of got dementia first, and then dementia turned into Alzheimer's. So that's what I was always told. And so doing this research, I found out that that's not true, actually. There are about 9 or 10 different types of actual dementia, and Alzheimer's is a type of dementia. So Alzheimer's is one of those types. So there's vascular dementia. There's a bunch of different ones. I'm not going to get into all the different types because this video is just about Alzheimer's. So I don't know. Were you guys told that at all, that it was like dementia first? Which to me was interesting, because in my mind, not that it wasn't serious, but I kind of always thought that dementia was, it was bad, but the way it was explained to me when I was younger, it made it seem like the Alzheimer's was so much worse than the dementia. So I think that was part of the reason why I was so interested with today's video and the research for it, just because some stuff was not 100% true. So it's not the same thing. Dementia is actually a term that's used to describe symptoms that impact the memory, you know, how you perform for your daily activities and your communication abilities. So Alzheimer's is a type of dementia. I'm still kind of fascinated by that. There are obviously no cures for Alzheimer's, but there are some medications that can help kind of slow down the progression. They say that mild to moderate Alzheimer's lasts between 2 to 10 years, while severe Alzheimer's lasts between 1 and 5. I hate to mention death in my videos, but I was just kind of curious as to how Alzheimer's could cause someone to pass away. And from all the research that I did, I learned that it's not the actual Alzheimer's that you pass away from, it's the complications from that. So a lot of people, when they have severe Alzheimer's, they begin to have problems swallowing, and that causes their food to go down their windpipe instead of their esophagus, where your food's supposed to go. And then that ends up going into their lungs. It can cause damage. It can cause infection. So they say most people that have Alzheimer's, they actually end up passing away from aspiration pneumonia, which is that infection in the lungs. So it's not normal pneumonia. It's from food getting in there and causing damage. Also, bed sores. It seems like it's mainly infection, probably because once the Alzheimer's gets so severe, they're not able to communicate, you know, how they're feeling exactly. So bed sores, sepsis from undiagnosed UTIs, infections in general, injuries and infections from falling, and then malnutrition and dehydration because they end up having such a hard time being able to swallow, like I said. Now, my grandfather, my pop-pop, on my mother's side, he actually has it. He was diagnosed, I don't remember exactly when it was. It was a couple years ago. And I remember my grandmother telling me that a little thing that she does to help him, because they live in Florida and we are, of course, in Maryland. So she actually has pictures of all of us hanging up on her refrigerator because they still have a landline phone. So her fridge is right next to where her phone is. So whenever any of us calls, she can kind of point to one of our pictures. Excuse me. She can point to one of our pictures, and that kind of helps him to put a face to whoever it is that, you know, he's talking to on the phone. So it says that there are roughly 3 million diagnoses of Alzheimer's a year, which they say breaks down to 1 in just 9 people will end up being diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So while I was doing my research on the alz.org website, they have these brain tours on there, and I did a screen recording of both of them, and I wanted to share them with you guys because I found them to be super interesting. It's not like an actual, you know, it's like a computer photo of a brain, so don't like click off the video thinking you're about to see some gory stuff. So I'm going to share them with you guys. So this is the first tour. They call it the Brain Basics. And the first part, they tell you that your brain is the biggest organ. It weighs about 3 pounds. And then this is the breakdown of the 3 different parts of the brain. And then this spot right here is showing you blood vessels and arteries and how many of them you have in your brain. And it tells you the percentage of blood your brain uses to do certain things, like just thinking about something or performing a daily task. This I thought was really interesting. This kind of shows you the different parts of your brain. So the first one was interpret sensations, process sight, processing sounds, processing smells, thoughts, problem solving and planning, forming and storing memories, and then that last one is controlling voluntary movements. This one I thought was interesting as well because it shows you the left side of your brain and the right side of your brain, and it tells you that your left side of your brain controls the movements in the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls your movements on your left side of your body. So it's swapped back and forth. This is showing the all the nerves in your brain, the branches, the signals, and this again is the nerve signal. I don't know, I just thought all of this was very interesting. So like I said, I'm gonna leave a link to this website for you guys if you want to check all of this out for yourself. It's kind of hard to get the video to show up right when I do it in another video. So this one was kind of cool because this is like a scanned image to show your blood flow during different activities. So whether you're thinking about something, doing something, it just shows all the different highlighted areas of those types of brain functions. So I thought, I don't know, I think this little brain tour thing was pretty interesting. So the second part of the brain tour, they call it the Alzheimer's effect. All right, so this one is the Alzheimer's effect, and the first thing it shows is 3 different images. So one brain without the disease, one with the disease, and then comparing the two based on the nerve cell death, the tissue loss, and then there you can see the difference when it's kind of zoomed in, the difference between the healthy brain and the brain with Alzheimer's. This one is a microscopic view of brain tissue that is showing the clusters of plaque and tangles. And tangles is pretty much when proteins clump together, but they say the most dangerous one in Alzheimer's is one called beta amyloid, which is a sticky protein, so it continues to clump together and clump together. So this one is tangles, those clumped up proteins in a healthy brain. I just really liked this brain tour because you could click on different things and it would show you like the changes in the brain, and I just thought that was a little fascinating to me. So those are the tangles, and then here are the blue, kind of shaded blue areas is showing the tangles and the plaque as well, but it's showing you in the earliest Alzheimer's, which is what I said in the beginning of the video, to where you can have changes in the brain 20 years before you even know you have it. And then the what they call mild Alzheimer's, and then the severe Alzheimer's. And it just kind of shows you based on the severity of it, kind of what all it directly impacts. So I don't know, if you guys are interested in this, I will leave it linked down below so you can go check out the full videos. I know it was a little difficult to probably see. It's hard to put it in these editing apps and get it nice and clear to where you can see 100% of what is going on. So I don't know, I thought it was interesting, but I am pretty much done with dipping my nails. I don't want to give too much more information because I feel like sometimes these videos can be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you have friends or family that is dealing with any of these. So I do try to just give information that I don't think will be too overwhelming. But I did find some of this, like the brain tours, they were interesting to me. So I am going to file and buff off camera. I am going to let you guys watch me do my designs for this one, and I'm gonna stop talking and let you guys watch the rest, and I will be back. so I did go ahead and top coat these off camera just to save a little bit of time in this video. But you guys will have to let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching my Meaningful Manis, my awareness series. I love it so much when I check the comments later and see you guys share your stories about it. So if you have any stories about Alzheimer's, please feel free to share them in the comments. You never know whether your story is going to help someone out, help someone else out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new from this video, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye guys.